Dagon-Five's lineup, and they include what two? I guess a little nod to Alliance.
Is it what two or what you?
I guess it's what you.
What you, EPE, Guac, Dresh, and Formix.
Formix.
Interesting names.
Indeed.
I like Formix. It kind of like rolls off the tongue a bit, but
well, actually,
and Guac, actually.
Formix, it kind of has me thinking because when when Koreans put numbers in front of their names, sometimes they're not just numbers. A good example of this is Tenbird. Actually, is I think like a bad word in Korean.
Oh, really?
If you actually pronounce 10 in Korean, it's I believe ship. So. 10 bird, and then like the Korean word for bird, if you pronounce it all in Korean together, it makes a kind of not so nice word. So it could be something along those lines, Moonglade.
Wow.
But
All
let's
right.
go ahead, introduce Get Outs for us.
All right, well, we got Mega Play, Chris Angel, Donut, Prey, and Garl.
All right, well, we have a lot of religious people on Get Outs from the look of
Yeah,
things. We
yeah.
have prayers and we have angels.
That's true, and their attack and defense, well, basically all their statistics are kind of standard for like a new team coming into this. I'm guessing they got this again from the qualifiers, and you know, not too special, but you know, I'm sure these statistics will grow over time.
if
As
they
the season,
perform good.
As the season, they'll learn at least, and they'll probably perform a little bit better.
Absolutely. The statistics pretty much change after every match based on how
Yeah.
well they do.
It's really not worth looking at them until like we've seen at least like maybe like 5 matches with them, and we kind of have a better understanding,
Indeed.
better average. But you know, some interesting names there. Mega Play. I'm looking out for this guy. You know, he's obviously the playmaker in this team.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we're going to jump into the draft. And this is a best-of-1 Tier 2 match here at the Korean DOTA2 League. My name is Whiplash, casting with Moonglade, and the winner gets $2,000.
It's a pretty good win. You know, for one best of one, you know, that's not too bad.
It's a lot on the line.
That's a lot on the line.
It's really like a winner takes all,
Yeah,
quite literally, in every meaning of the sense.
very, very literally. And they're starting with an Ember Spirit band.
Yeah.
Are we playing on the
Yes,
new patch?
we are.
We're-
I loaded into Dota earlier
Ah.
today, played a quick match, and yes, we indeed are on the new servers.
So they're still afraid of the Ember Spirit. After that nerf, the
I played
Slider
him in a
Fist-
pub. Still
Still
the
good?
Ember Spirit still went 8-1, man.
Wow. Yeah, well, I guess he is still powerful. I mean, that Slider Fist still does a lot of damage. Obviously less, but, you know, not that much less.
I think he's still a great hero in a lot of stages of the game. Just his top end is tapered off a little bit.
Yeah.
And early game, you have to kind of invest more points into more of his spells. You can't just really focus on one of them, except maybe you know, your Flame Guard. That would be about it.
Right, right. And we see a Bat Rider ban from Get Outs. Smart choice, I feel. You know,
Yeah.
always a safe hero to ban.
This hero has the lasso cost, mana cost, got increased by a significant amount. I think it went from 150 to like, it could have been like 275 or something. I don't know if it's that high, but it's definitely in the 200s now. So something to keep an eye out. I think that the patch hit Korea this morning,
Right.
so none of these teams have actually had over maybe 5 to 6 games to really get a feel for the patch. So we probably won't see too many new and crazy strategies popping up from either end.
I mean, yeah, I mean, the meta won't change that fast. I mean, people are going to have to get used to it before they start really, like, selecting random new heroes or random buffed heroes. So it's very understandable. And the Lycan ban, second for Dagon-Five, it's looking very standard so far.
And that's actually good to see from Dagon-Five, because some of their bans, like we mentioned earlier, in their first match were a little off.
A very lackluster, and we see an Invoker pick, so, you know, I'm liking it already.
Yeah, Evoker did get hit with a slight nerf in the patches.
Yeah, very
The patch
slight.
notes. Yeah, just EMP takes a bit longer, but
Just a little bit longer, yeah.
overall, relatively unchanged. I mean, a lot of people still go Quas Exhort,
Yeah.
so that hasn't been touched at all.
Not at all. And we see a Weaver and Ancient Apparition from Get Outs, you know.
I'm liking it already, Moonglade.
Yeah.
This is alluding to a bit of an offensive tri-lane.
Ah, indeed it is. I like
and
that.
you have the Germinate attack from the Weaver, plus the Chilling Touch of the Ancient Apparition. And,
Oh, that's some sick damage.
yeah, and then imagine a support coming in and throwing in a slow or a stun as well. Yeah, you're basically dead.
Yeah, oh, I'm loving it. And we see a Centaur from Dagon-Five. I'm feeling like this is a whole new Dagon-Five. We're seeing guys, they're taking it seriously now. You know, they had their first crushing loss, and now it's time to bite down and, you know, make a real pick. Have a real game.
I do like the picks from Dagon-Five so far. Also, this is a really strong combo, Moonglade. If you go Quasic Sort, you throw down the Sunstrike after Centaur initiates, stomps, double edges somebody, and you can basically pick off any hero.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
It's just so much front-end damage. And more standard bans from both Get Out and Dagon-Five. The Visage being banned. Ironically, we don't see him as much, even though he's still a really good hero.
Yeah, he's still a very strong
Soul
hero.
Assumption got hit with a slight nerf in the patch notes. Just it has a larger cooldown on the higher levels. But other than that, I mean, he's still a great hero. So I'm not surprised to see the ban there. And then I did see Dazzle get removed from the cards from Get Out's end.
That's very smart, I feel. Yeah.
You know, this seems to be somewhat of a poker-themed season of the KDL. If you look at Get Out's logo, they got that Ace of Spades.
Yeah, what's with that? Oh, that's interesting. Maybe they're linked. Maybe there's something to it.
It's the Tier 2 team.
The Tier 2 poker face team.
Quite possibly.
Quite indeed. And I believe the Centaur got slightly nerfed. The Hoof Stomp costs a little bit more mana.
Indeed, it has.
So we'll see if that comes into play. Obviously, that's all that got really changed. So still a very effective hero.
Yeah. We'll probably see a few variations in the skill build-up for the hero, but his ability to be in the off lane and just like sustain that lane, get levels there, and his solo kill potential hasn't really changed. I think the Stomp mana increase basically just means that you'll probably need to carry around a wand or something as some sort of mana regeneration.
Yeah.
Or you'll have like your Stomp and Stampede available, and then you need a little bit more mana before you can throw out another Stomp because, of course, Double Edge, it only costs health.
That's right. Indeed. And we got a Sand King third for Get Outs. So this could be the completed tri-lane, perhaps?
If this isn't a tri-lane, then I'll be very surprised.
Ooh, and we got a Vengeance.
Indeed.
I'm really looking forward to the Vengeful Spirit's negative aura that comes out from the kill.
I have no idea how that's going to work.
It's going to be really interesting.
It is. I wonder if there's some type of like cool graphic that goes with it when you die.
Yeah, maybe like the killer will have like a negative aura around it. Like maybe some visual thing.
I would like, or maybe like you see like some black like mist or spirit come out of Vengeful Spirit and inflict all the enemies, and like darker or something.
Oh, I'm keen to see that character die.
Brewmaster, this is another hero that got a bit of a buff actually in the patch notes.
Oh, what did they get?
I believe that every time you don't attack or don't dodge, you have increased chance to the crit or dodge.
That's right.
It could maybe not on the crit, but I'm pretty sure on the dodge.
Right.
So forgive me if I wrong the patch notes.
I think it actually might be both. It might be both, depending on if you get hit or you hit first.
And the thing is, Panda, I did see a game very recently where he was played to a very strong degree. It just did so well in the mid lane.
Wow.
So
I'm looking forward to it. Do you think it's definitely going to be a mid lane hero?
Based on what they have so far, yes. I think he's going to be mid-game or mid-lane. I would not expect him in the off-lane. He's not too much of a conventional off-lane hero.
Right,
So Panda, I would expect to be in the mid-lane, and I think he's really going to become a lot more popular in this patch.
And an Aghanim's Lich is the next thing I want to see.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my goodness. I can't wait to see that.
I hope they like put him at position 1 and just Midas into that Aghanim Scepter as fast as possible.
Oh, that would be a dream. And I wouldn't put it past Dagon-Five to do something that crazy, but we'll wait and see where they put him. But
you know what another cool thing is? I saw a short video, I believe, Cyborg Matt posted it on Twitter, and it's the Lich, he throws out his ultimate, and the familiars from an enemy Visage, or allied Visage, wait, no. Enemy. I think it has to be the enemy.
Yeah, it has to be an enemy.
Yeah, just they're magic immune, so they don't take any damage from Frost Orb, and they just get bouncing around and killing enemy heroes.
Oh
the
my
Visage
God.
was just trolling his team so hard. He left them in the well. Everybody was dead. As soon as they came back alive, they just bam, bam, bam. They got hit over and over.
Wow, that's amazing. I want to see that.
Or maybe the Frost Orb will get stuck on some Ancients, and the next unlucky hero to come by will have an unfortunate accident.
I wonder if you can like stack them, so you have like 3 ultis going on the Ancients or something.
You know what? That's a great question.
That would also be a lot of fun to see.
I actually think that theoretically you should be able to.
Yeah, I think so. Unless, like, it disappears when you use it again, sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it will be something like that. It really just depends a lot on the spell.
Yeah.
But based on Refresher Orb, you can throw out 2 of the ultimates, so you know what? Maybe.
Maybe. And we got a Zeus. We got a Zeus for Get Outs. I'm kind of feeling that would probably be the mid hero.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Moonglade.
So we maybe seeing like a Weaver off lane.
Well, he's like the weakest off lane because he has no escape mechanism. He doesn't have a lot of health.
Well, he's got his Shikuchi. He's always got his Shikuchi. So he can kind of get away, kind of be safe, but we'll have to really...
you're talking about the Weaver.
Yeah, the Weaver.
I thought you were talking about Zeus. I'm like, no, Zeus does not belong in the off lane.
No, not Zeus off lane. Yeah, Weaver off lane.
Yeah. I can see that if they want to safe lane the Brewmaster, that's certainly possible.
Yeah.
But just based on their lineup, I mean the Weaver and Ancient Apparition combination is so powerful in offensive tri-lane that I would really like them to run it. This Lich may kind of throw a cog into things, and he just may be sent to the off lane with the Centaur even.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see what Dagon-Five's final hero pick is. But a lot, basically, almost every single one of these heroes has been altered in some way. In the most recent patch, whether it be large or small, I believe that the Sand King and the Weaver are the only heroes that didn't really get touched too much.
Yeah, absolutely. Every other hero has been touched in a way, good or bad.
You know what? I really like the Zeus pick as well, because if this Invoker gets Ghost's Walk, you can actually throw your lightning down anywhere
right.
And it'll show the true vision for like a few seconds.
Yeah,
and
that's
you
a
can
brilliant
pick them
idea.
off.
And we got a Lunar 5th for Dagon-Five. A very kind of standard lineup. I'm excited to see how they play this time.
It's a safer lineup for sure. I think besides the Zeus, I really do like Get Out's lineup overall.
Yeah.
Maybe a stronger mid hero I would have been okay with, but I'll reserve judgment.
We'll have to wait and see how this new lightning works.
Exactly. This is the first game for both of us that we'll be broadcasting on 6.81. I'm very excited to cast this, Moonglade.
I'm so excited to cast this.
What's going to happen? That's the real question.
We're going to have to wait and see.
All right, guys, it's time to move into the first match of the evening here at the KDL. It's Dagon-Five versus the Get Outs. My name is Whiplash. His name is Moonglade. If you like the casting or like us, you can follow us on Twitter. I'm at Whiplash.
And I'm at Moonglade AU.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move into the match. All right, just taking a little mini break there to crack open a water bottle.
crack a coldie.
That's something only an Australian would say, Moonglade, and that's one of like the cool perks of casting with an Australian. I get to hear all this new lingo that's for an American like very interesting, humorous, and just like fun all around to listen to.
It's just a good time, man.
Indeed, it's a rootin' tootin' time. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out these lanes. So far, we have a female in the crowd who got a little bit nervous when the camera went on her. She's like, oh no.
Someone's girlfriend, or she looked very concerned.
I'll check out that Agnum Scepter staff for the Brewmaster. I love it.
Yeah, that's cute. I like that.
Okay, you know, actually, since this is an off lane, offensive off lane, Weaver, Ancient Apparition, Sand King combo, the Brewmaster gets his 1v1 matchup, and generally he'll do pretty darn solid in those. He's a very tanky hero. He can throw out a little bit of nuke damage. It's just that, you know, when he has the fight against a tri-lane and he can't find a new farm is where the problems start to arise.
Right. And it looks like, he will be up against the Centaur.
Indeed. So, tri-lane versus tri-lane, Moonglade. We got the Lich, the Luna, as well as the Vengeful Spirit heading to the bottom lane. Invoker in his standard mid scenario. Generally, that's where he goes most of the time. We have seen him in other positions, but not really in the KDL, I'd say, except for like 1 or 2 games he's in the safe lane.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much of the Invoker in the KDL, to be honest, at all. But neither have I seen Zeus much in the KDL.
I'm curious to see how this Invoker's skilling up. I didn't quite look at the orbs yet earlier, so we'll know quite soon what he's up to. I really want to see how this Zeus does against the Invoker in the mid lane. I feel like that'll be the exciting kind of what's going to happen. I don't entirely know yet scenario to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
And we don't see the Brewmaster Centaur matchup too often either, so that's another cool thing. There's just a lot of interesting potential matchups to look
It's
at.
feeling pretty fresh right now.
Indeed. New patch. Feeling very fresh.
Lots of change heroes picked. And, yeah, kind of everyone kind of just farming at the moment, keeping their distance, not trying to be too aggressive.
Yes, indeed.
Trading hit points in the top.
I'm actually surprised that we haven't seen the offensive tri-lane from Get Outs try to go in on Dagon-Five and get a kill quite yet. I think that once the Sand King gets in range, they'll go for a kill. And already, okay, they are getting aggressive moonblade.
Yeah, they were posturing before, but they couldn't really find anything. Scaring them off right now, but going back into position.
Also have a good ward as well to kind of, just keep an eye on everything in the area.
Yeah, absolutely. They want to kind of, they'll always be in position.
I like that ward placement a lot. No, we need cosmetic items for Zeus as well. He just needs a makeover
he
in
needs
general.
That desperately. I really hope they do that.
He needs a godly facelift. That's what he needs.
Yeah.
So far in the other lanes, Moonglade, things have been going pretty darn okay.
Pretty darn okay. Pretty slow. Nothing too crazy. Zeus getting the bottle and the rune.
Bottom lane, a little bit of action. And they get the first blood. Chris Angel bringing out on the Luna. They're going for a second.
Oh.
Yes, they get it on the ledge. Can they get a third? That's the question. Okay.
Oh, so close.
They get the Weaver.
But I think that was definitely much better for the Get Outs.
Absolutely.
Getting 2 kills and first blood.
Indeed. The first blood, they killed the carry. They lost their carry as well, but not before grabbing 2 kills.
Lost it to what? A support? That's not too bad.
Unfortunately, the Weaver did not get the last hit.
Yeah.
But he was still around for the first blood and both of those assists, which means extra experience. They're getting aggressive once more.
Yeah, they're being really aggressive, and they're getting away with it.
Indeed. Dresh already down to 3/4 of his health. He will have to be quite careful. All right, so picked up a poor man's shield. Wants to get as much survivability as possible. I like that. A little bit of bottle crowing as well from the mid lane, Zeus.
Pretty neutral top lane.
Indeed. I mean, looking at the last hits, it's a small difference. It's like 14 to 11, with the Centaur narrowly edging out a lead. I don't think there'll be too much skill potential on either side, just based on they both have like a big kind of nuke, and like slash stun, and then they got a lot of health to back it up. Oh, that double edge though! Look at that. They're still like neck and neck.
They're just trading pretty much. Pointless trading.
Moonglade, either nobody's dying or they're both dying.
I think they're just going to need someone to TP in at some point and help out just that little bit more.
Indeed. I have to agree with that. A nice rotation would be good, but just the fact that there's these offensive tri-lanes in the bottom lane is going to make it really hard for a rotation to happen without it being noticed. There's a lot of good ward coverage from both teams, and I can't see it happening anytime soon.
The only thing that could really help out kind of from the lane would be Zeus's ulti when he gets there. Maybe they can keep trading until then, But that's purely situational.
He should actually be pretty close to level 6 if he isn't there yet.
Very, very close. Last we had a look, it was like 5.5 or something. So
he'll hit that next level within the minute from the look of things. So bottom lane, the Lich just picked up the double damage rune.
Not really finding a use for it though. Kind of just making sure the enemy doesn't really get it.
Indeed. Oh, and unfortunately, look at the Observer Ward as well from Dagon-Five. I guess it's meant just to spot out the Sakuchi from the Weaver, but it's slightly out of range of that other ward, which is unfortunate. Well, there's a stun onto Dresh, and also another stun onto the Sand King. He tries the Sandstorm out of there, but it's not enough. They still manage to get the Luna as well, but can they get the Weaver? No, he Sakuchi's away just in time. They're looking for that wave of terror, but it's on cooldown.
That sentry was you were right. That sentry was just out of range. I mean, if it was still in range, they could have maybe right-clicked him down.
Uh-oh, Lich in trouble. Throws out the Frost Blast, but I don't think it's enough, and with the Germinate attack, you see Weaver getting another kill. This Bottom lane is doing pretty darn good.
They're kind of just overstepping their bounds, you know. They thought the Weaver was out, but TP'd back in full HP, got another kill. I
think he just used his salve.
Oh, it was the salve?
Yeah, he just salved up and he was A-okay.
Oh.
I like how they show top lane for like 1 second. They're like, oh, there's nothing going on here.
Exactly the same. Don't worry, guys.
A little bit of a trade. I like Ring of Health picked up by Prey, so the Weaver will have a little bit more sustainability in this lane.
Absolutely.
One thing to be concerned about is the burst. Okay, so this is a Quaz Wex Invoker. So we'll see a bit of a nerf happen, but also the Zeus can grab him with a true sight from his Lightning Bolt, should he need to kind of finish him off.
I really want to see that used. I really want to see what happens.
I'm waiting for the Zeus to come online.
Very patient Zeus. You know,
he has level 6.
He can make plays, and everyone else can make plays, and he can finish the job.
I also want to point out it's a very even middle lane. They're like basically even in last hits.
Yeah.
A few more denies for the Invoker, but that's understandable because he has a much better attack animation.
Absolutely.
Now an Invoker, he's going to rotate towards bottom, spotted by the Sand King. Throws out the Cold Snap, Sandstorm as well, and a Burrow Strike away. And the Tornado actually throws up the Weaver, but he Sakuchis away, still hit by a Lucid Beam, but everything's A-okay on Get Out's end. And the rotate did not accomplish anything.
Yeah, showing himself immediately when he got into range. Definitely not the way it should be done. Maybe a Ghost Walk or something would have helped a lot more.
I think that he should have actually... He was really gun-ho about it, Moonglade. He just went right in there.
He's just like, okay, I'm coming to kill them now. And yeah, you got to think about it a little bit more. You got to make sure like wards are in the right place to kind of see who's out there. I mean, he could have got ganked for all he knew. He had no vision there.
The top lane as well still relatively even. And ooh, there's a stun. Oh, Mega Play, you're out of here, man. You're dead.
Yeah, I don't know about that Burrow Strike. I mean, to kill creeps in front of 3 enemy heroes, I think that's going to happen every time.
Yeah, the Burrow Strike, maybe definitely not the right decision.
A little overconfidence there, I feel. You know,
Agreed.
They feel like they won the lane too much, and now they're starting to creep with their like ganking abilities.
Oh, well, here's the thing with tri-lanes. You can die, or you can kill the opposing team. They can come right back. It's still a 3v3. If someone has the better positioning or they get the stun off first, that's where a potential kill can come in. And now we have Zeus with the Dust Invoker tailing him as well.
Oh, it's a smoked Zeus.
Luckily, the Zeus has the double damage rune. Oh man, this smoke is so close to getting popped, and it will get popped. They spot the Invoker as well. He throws out the Tornado. Actually, it's both of them. Okay, Get Out's decide to back away. You want to play it safe. Teleportation from the Centaur as well. Things could get really dangerous here. Sakuchi, as well as Chilling Touch, and all those members. There's the ultimate from Zeus. Dresh extremely low on health. He goes down, but the double edge! It gets both the Weaver as well as the Sand King. Action is still happening. Very low members on Get Outs. Panda joining the fight as well. The stop will secure the kill on the Centaur. Now they're going after a Lich. Scarrow, the stun from the Panda hits. Do they have enough DPS to finish him off, though? Another damage right click. They get the Lich as well and back off. Well, all right.
All right. Well, they came out on top. Besides
did.
that really terrible initiation, I mean, like a 4 for 3, not too bad. Brewmaster coming in at the last second really helped out a great deal. But yeah, not too bad for the Get Outs after all.
A nice recovery from them.
A very nice recovery.
All right, well, Invoker looks to be moving into an early Force Staff. An Ice Blast. Yeah, it's not going to hit. He's just going for the well with that Ice Blast. Looking for a bit of luck, but nothing shall come of that.
See who's healing, I guess. Who's out of position.
Just wants to make friends with the Dire and the well.
Yeah, just wants to throw a snow party,
And just throwing a few snowballs around.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just, friendly fun.
Yeah, they'll only kill you if you're like below like 10% or something,
I guess it would be like a death from hypothermia or something.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, It's perfectly understandable. Some dewarding going in the jungle of Radiance.
Indeed.
A very low Invoker right now. Going for the
Ooh, he's going to get the rune as well. Throws out the Tornado. And it does connect with Zeus.
Oh,
this could be a bad position for Invoker
now
to be
in trouble.
He's running away. Ghost Walk as well.
Oh, that's
Even
handy.
the Centaur Stomp. Lucid Ultimate comes out. The Eclipse, but It doesn't really hit anyone on go, and all of a sudden the ultimate has been wasted. It's the turnaround. Oh my. The Lich is dead, and now the Chain Frost hits some enemies as well. Stun on Girl. Look at that Chain Frost. It actually bounced to the Ancients and back.
And then back again, and it completely missed the Vengeance.
The Zeus ultimate takes down the Vengeful Spirit.
Wow. That was an interesting fight.
Oh, check out that negative armor on Get Out's team. That there was like the debuff on them, but it didn't have any other visual effect other than the actual debuff icon.
Interesting.
Still a very good engagement from Get Outs, and that Lich ultimate, that was like the best place to use it.
It was a sad time. Almost as sad as that Eclipse. You know, that didn't hit anything at all. It just didn't too far away.
Yeah. I think that, I mean, they used the Centaur Stampede beforehand, and they were hoping to catch somebody off guard, but I guess Get Outs were just a little bit too ahead of the pack.
They got out.
Oh, human blade.
I gotcha. Everyone kind of back into position now. Zeus back in middle. Brewmaster top, trading with the Centaur once again. But I feel like this bottom lane, Get Outs are really in control. They're really winning the lane.
It's still anyone's game, but they certainly have taken an early game lead. Their Zeus is 4-0, actually. Holy crap.
Wow, nice.
This guy is going to have a lot of essential items very fast, and a Zeus that kind of snowballs early on. Normally, he's not someone you pick off as easily as one that just kind of feeds early on.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he snowballs and does so well mid-game. Obviously, late game, he kind of...
Yeah, he's a mid-game hero for sure.
Definitely a mid-gamer. What do you think
we're
going
to... Blink Dagger.
Oh, straight up Blink Dagger.
I like it. It solves his mobility problem.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's kind of... Even though he's godly, he's quite lazy, I suppose, in his movements. No Cloud the Fly-In or anything.
Quite unfortunate.
Yeah, no Son Goku style.
No, if only. Maybe that could be one of his skins in the future, you know.
I certainly hope so. That would be pretty darn cool.
Yeah.
May take away a little bit too much from the whole theme of the hero, though.
Yeah, that's true.
But I would still like it.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
You think we'll see like an Aghanim Scepter next for him?
I think that's definitely a possible item for him. He may go for a Force Staff or some type of survivability item, but I think the Aghanim Scepter is a solid item to have. Maybe even a Yule's could be thrown out for him. I mean, honestly, I don't see the Zeus in competitive play too often.
It has been a while since I've seen him played.
Yeah. Oh, Ice Blast comes out. It's going to hit all three of them.
Oh.
And I guess we're going to see go. They get the stun. What is Dresh doing? He just walked right forward. There's the Stampede, but out comes the ultimate as well from the Lich. Only hits a few members. And then comes Centaur. Stomp, but stunned as well, thanks to the Panda. Double edge on Garal, but he's tanky enough. Gets the Lightning Bolt to finish the job. Now they're going on Lich. He's down, and what a great trade. That's a 4-0. Get Outs telling Dagon-Five to get out.
Absolutely. It was a great initiation. I mean, that Luna running straight into three of them, and then Brewmaster TPing bottom immediately. And yeah, it was just a complete stomp from there. Beautiful play.
Even an Ice Blast hitting the Invoker mid to bring him down the half health.
Yeah, making sure he can't push middle at all. Taking that bottom tower.
Get Outs is getting to that scary stage in the game. Their Brewmaster, their Zeus have done very well. Their Ancient Apparition has levels. Their mid game is so strong right now.
Well, they got the top 3 net worth at the moment. I mean, they're doing amazingly.
And they're all almost tied as well. Now, the thing is, Dagon-Five, they do have a pretty solid late game. So if they can just somehow survive for like 30 minutes
and they really need to like start farming up.
Uh-oh, middle lane.
Oh.
The ultimate from Zeus just evaporates. The Invoker. A bit of a stun. Mix actually down to like a third of his health. This Zeus throwing out lightning bolts, and they are hurting.
Yeah, well, they got 2 globals with that. I mean, they got the Ancient Apparition and Zeus, and that working so well together right now.
Indeed.
That was beautiful aim.
I have to say, I am totally a fan of Zeus this game.
I'm a fan of Get Outs. You know, Get Outs are doing real well. I'm really liking their style.
They are. Ancient Apparition picking up that point booster, so already moving on to that Aghanim Scepter recipe, which I assume that at least half of the Get Outs team will eventually have at some point.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Sand King still a whiles away from his Blink Dagger. He's getting close. He'll need a few more 100 gold to grab that. And I would imagine that this Brewmaster as well should be pretty darn close to his, unless he goes for another item after the Blink. So Blink Dagger, Haste Rune for Zeus. He has it all if he wants to track down and just nuke someone to death.
He can track down or run away from just about anything right now.
Yeah, Brewmaster does have a point booster on him as well.
Lich has a smoke. Might be looking for a play soon.
I think Dagon-Five have realized they've lost the early game pretty bad. And they've gone on the defensive, and they want to buckle down because they know how strong get-outs are in the mid-game.
They really got to start farming this Luna up. I mean, look where the Luna is on. It's just doing so badly. 5 deaths.
Yeah.
Completely lost bottom lane. They really need to find something. They need to start making some space for Luna right now.
Indeed. Weaver very close to his Lincoln Sphere.
Looks like that's exactly what they're planning to do right now.
Stampede ult. The smoke will be revealed. Oh, Weaver, very nice. He time-lapses back. Now will Sakuchi away. And he gets out of there just A-okay. Ice Blast.
Ice Blast.
Top lane, though. Oh, Mix. Sorry, bro. You're not getting out of this one. You are stuck in between the tweez and a big panda that's just going to whack you down with an Aghanim Scepter staff, plus a Zeus from behind, the Lightning Bolt to finish the job. And to make things worse, Moonglade, the Blink Dagger was just purchased by the Sand King. And there's also a Lincoln Sphere on the Weaver.
Things are just getting worse and worse for our Dagon-Fives. Looks like they're going to defend bottom right now.
We'll see. Where's that initiation? There it is, the tornado throwing up him in the air, and a bit of a weird stomp. And Dagon-Five, okay. They don't get the tower, and get-outs do defend. Man, that's just so risky for Dagon-Five to do.
Yeah. Absolutely. But only forward here. I mean, still got the Ancient Apparition up top for get-outs.
Yeah, but I mean, he can contribute to the fights. Just throw out that Ice Blast from across the screen. He's A-okay there. Oh, Zeus is going to spot. There's the Sand King Burrow Strike follow-up, and Tornado in the air. Mixie blinks in, stuns. Corral gets double-edged down. This is turning around, though. We already have 3 dead on Dagon-Five, 4 down. The beefiest member, the Centaur, he's the only one to survive.
And he's running.
There's just so much burst damage on get-outs. It's ridiculous. You can't even keep track of them.
Well, that Invoker just completely ran into the whole group. I mean, they're just getting so bad with their positioning more than anything else. So many times have we seen the Luna go down just for no reason, really. Just being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, Luna's now 1-6, Moonblade.
This is kind of looking shameful now. You know, this is not good at all. I don't know how they're going to come back from a 21-8 in 18 minutes.
Oh, multiple teleports to the top lane.
They're looking for something. They want to defend at least this tower.
I think that's the one good thing Dagon-Five's been able to do this game. They've done a pretty decent job at defending their tier 1s. I mean, looking at the score, it's 8-21. And they've only lost their bottom tower. Get-outs don't have an insane amount of pushing power, and they will kind of slow down as we get to the late game, and that's when Dagon-Five really pick up. So they still have a chance. It's just really getting to that point without being too far in that deficit.
That's exactly it. And I mean, they're really pushing it. They're kind of like, they're ganking so much get-outs. They're finding so many kills, and like, there's really been no room for Luna. Luna with drums. But not much else.
Afraid of a lone Sand King.
Oh, yeah.
There are other members nearby. Oh, Zeus. Looking to potentially solo up ultimate as well to finish the job. Garral, the master of lightning, is just making Invoker's mid lane time a living nightmare.
He's getting so confident. Blinking under a tower like that is just so impressive.
Well, the Zeus is 10-1, Moonblade.
Yeah, bit of a badass.
Really, the only one...
getting another haste rune.
Oh, wow. Just what
Dagon-Five need right now.
They're not getting any luck.
And down goes the tier 1 top.
Indeed it does. Ice Blast won't connect with anybody.
Zeus looking for a kill.
Oh, indeed he is. Out he comes with a Blink Lightning Blast.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. The burst damage is just so insane.
I think the Reaver got the last hit there too, so, you know, adds towards the farm.
Indeed.
They're pushing the tier 2 now, with only a Lich to defend so far.
Get-outs are in such a commanding position.
They're feeling pretty confident right now, I must think.
Okay, looks like they'll back off from the bottom tower. Zeus heads to the mid lane once again. He hasn't really put much of a dent in the mid tower as of his own. So I guess he may try to eventually work on that or just continue the farm up.
I'm loving these Ancient Apparition ults. They're just about always hitting. This is very skilled.
This Ancient Apparition is playing quite well. And there's the last hit. Sakuchi's, well, not away, but I guess around. There we go. Aghanim Scepter about online for Zeus. He has the items in his inventory. They're being sent to him. He's just going to get out of control now.
It's actually going to get ridiculous now.
This is going to get ridiculous. It's a pretty cool particle effect on the Tiger. Up. There's going to be the blink, stomp as well, but Zeus, he ultimates. Panda as well. Sand King Bro strikes forward as well as using the epicenter. That's already 2 dead on Dagon-Five with many low on health. Also that the Ice Blast can finish the job. Meanwhile, the Pandas, they're going to work on Dresh, and he will not escape this one. Blink from the Sand King, the finish with the last hit. 4 dead on Dagon-Five. They lose the Zeus, but get-outs, I mean, Zeus, he threw out the ultimate. He did a little bit of burst damage as well, so he accomplished his job.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, that was like Dagon-Five's initiation, and they just can't make anything happen. They just can't make it to work at this point. They're just simply too far behind.
Oh, look at Panda. Very cheeky and aggressive onto the Invoker. He 4 stabs forward the EMP, bringing Panda down to a very low, well, no mana, low health. Donut's just going to scurry out of there. He needs to regroup, get his energy, eat some donuts up.
Needs to just chill out in the fountain for a little while.
Yeah.
Have a bit of a holiday after all this hard work. All this killing, you know.
I believe Centaur and Invoker are, though I guess they're the highest net worth overall in Dagon-Five. Uh-oh. Oh, that Invoker. Ghost walks away, but that was darn close. If Zeus's ultimate was not on cooldown.
Do you think he'll still use it? He could use it. He's got 10 seconds left on it.
Now he's invisible.
I hope he uses it just for fun. Come on. 3 more seconds. We'll have to see. He's probably going to play it smart, you know.
Well, the thing is, with the Zeus ultimate, if you're invisible, the damage doesn't hit, but it does reveal you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I never knew that.
A fun fact.
That's an interesting fact.
Indeed. Well, that Ice Blast wasn't as impressive. But it does scare Centaur away for a little bit.
And as he should be scared. I mean, there are 3 heroes barreling down top lane. This tier 2 is going to be left completely undefended, and this tier 1 mid.
Oh, it may actually get denied, and indeed it does. That Invoker needs to be very careful. Luckily, he has that Force Staff to keep him out of harm's way. And Zeus still hitting like a truck. And we have a smoke from Dagon-Five. Looking to get something accomplished, or at least maybe even catch someone out of position just like the Zeus, but he's thrown in the air just as the stomp comes. No, there's some follow-up. The Zeus will die, but in comes Sand King with the epicenter. The Invoker is down. Out comes the Lich ult as well. Centaur will be the next to fall. The Panda's doing work. Lich, he is not surviving this engagement. And look at Vengeful Spirit with 23 health. Just barely edging out.
And Luna was nowhere to be seen in that fight, simply farming bottom while that engagement happened.
Here's the problem. Even though Dagon-Five, they've killed off the Zeus twice now in these little engagements, it's a 3-for-1. Even if you're this far behind, that's still not a trade you want.
No way. Absolutely not. And I mean, like, Zeus is not really the main threat here. I'm thinking like trying to take down that Weaver or even the Brewmaster right now would make team fights go a lot smoother.
Absolutely, Moonglade. Those are the heroes that become more deadly a little bit later on. Brewmaster, I mean, he just becomes so tanky and annoying to deal with. And the Weaver is, I guess, the most important person to be concerned of, because his damage will just go up, up, up the later the game goes on.
And he's doing so well. His net worth is so high.
Yeah, top in the charts.
Top 3, top of the charts. That's
top
the
3 control.
Like, yeah, I guess it is. And that's pretty much the order of which you'd really love to kill this the get outs. I mean, you want to deal with the Weaver, then the Brewmaster, then the Zeus.
Indeed.
But I guess like picking off one at any time would be great if you could do a smoke gank like that. But they just, every time they've tried the smoke gank, or gank in general, they just get jumped on by all 5.
Indeed. And now we see get outs inside the Roshan pit. Looking for the first Roshan kill.
But they know it's coming, and Dagon-Five posturing up for it. But they know that they're coming, and they're getting out. They get outs.
And let's not forget Zeus. Even though he's far away, if needed, he can still contribute with his ultimate.
Absolutely.
Okay, get outs. Look at them, man. They were prepared in case Dagon-Five got a little aggressive, but that didn't happen, so they just back off. No harm, no foul.
Absolutely, and they could even come in later for it. But for now, they're just going to let it be. push up middle, but we got a smoke gang.
Uh-oh, middle lane blink, stomp. Double edge as well. Gorel is still pretty darn tanky, but you can't survive against 4 heroes like that. The EMP is out, doesn't hit anybody. This Ice Blast, very deadly, hits 4 members.
Great Ice Blast. And they've spotted the Weaver. Looks like they're heading down that way, pinging it. Weaver getting out of there. He knows what's up.
He is a get out. He's a get outer.
Indeed.
And look at that Ice
that
Blast,
name.
though. It brought Vengeful Spirit down to like half health.
Wow.
A little bit under, I think, like 40%. It's ridiculous. I believe the Ancient Apparition does have the Agnum Scepter at this point. If not, he's like really, really close.
Yeah, he'd absolutely have to be so close now.
Luna's still far away from the Black King bar. That is terrible considering it's the 26-minute mark, but she is not at the best game. Oh, that Ice Blast. If it hit, that could have very well been a kill.
Yeah, so close.
And still actually manages to connect on the Lich for a little bit of extra damage. Yep, the Agnum Scepter's on it, and he gets the Shatter. That's what I was afraid of, Moonglade.
Wow, that's ridiculous.
17 seconds is the duration once you have that Agnum Scepter online for the Ice Blast.
Oh my goodness.
It really is a core item for the Apparition.
Chris Angel is insane. I'm really a big fan.
Oh, Sang Clingy Blink Strikes to get the kill,
kills
but
the courier, but not really worth your life.
They lose the courier, unfortunately. They will get Roshan from the look of things behind this.
Yeah, I mean, he got the courier, but he got killed, and they kind of gave away Roshan. I mean, maybe if he was up, they could have contested it a bit easier, but...
Or at least delayed.
But, yeah. Now it's just free.
Well, Get Outs, they do secure the Roshan kill, as well as the Aegis, which will go on to Prey the Weaver. Panda's been doing some odd stomps there.
Just kind of like intimidating, or maybe just trying.
Yeah, he's like literally puffing. He's like beating on his chest.
Yeah, getting that one creep in front of like the Lunar or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, at this point they can really do anything. They're kind of in such a lead right now. As long as they don't feed the Lunar, everything's okay.
Agreed. Well, Radiance for the Weaver will be next. This is actually surprising. Radiance on Weaver used to be kind of like the go-to a long time ago, but then people realized that Desolator, it gives you so much extra DPS with that Germinate, and it's a more cost-efficient item, I suppose. So people started going for that, but mid lane, there's the EMP Tornado onto 2 of the heroes. Chris Angel, you're going to have to work some magic, but he can't work it fast enough. Down he goes.
And a bit of a wasted blink from the sensor. They could have even blinked onto Zeus and maybe made a second kill happen, but not having it. Really wanted to secure.
I think that they just wanted to get the kill and get back, because last time they tried something like that...
That's true.
They lost more than one member, that's for sure.
It looks like we got Radiance online.
Indeed. Radiance for the Weaver. I love that item. It allows you just to farm so fast. Oh! They got Lich. That happened so fast, like I didn't even realize what happened. Was he under the trees or something?
I'm guessing that's exactly what happened.
EMP dodged by the majority of Get Outs. They get the Tier 2 tower as well. I think it may be time to start knocking on these Tier 3s quite soon. Indeed. That does seem to be the plan, Moonglade.
Absolutely. 3 posturing mid. Another ulti. See what this hits.
Oh, very nice Ice Blast. Look at that.
That's
oh, and the Zeus ultimate follow-up.
Oh, my goodness.
They already caused one shower. Here comes the epicenter. Everyone is simply shattering. Now the Weaver going in onto the Centaur. He stomps, but not before his death. And the EMP will hit. Out comes the Lich ult, which I guess will connect with the Weaver that keeps trying to run away. Zeus blinks away.
Good escape.
The ultimate ends.
What a great initiate. That was so well done.
Textbook.
That was textbook and beautiful. Getting 3 heroes plus the Zeus ulti, then just from there just blink in and initiate.
I think that Get Outs are just showing how potent this combination can be. They're going to get the Lich again as well. No holds barred, no stop for Get Outs. They're going to be securing themselves a barracks from the look of things.
Oh, easily right now.
And really well on their way to taking this game.
Yeah, they are looking so strong. I am so impressed with Get Outs.
Yeah, they're playing quite well. I really like the choice of their strategy as well. I'm not going to lie, I was a little apprehensive about the Zeus at the beginning, but he proved himself to show his worth.
Proves
And
to be a very capable Zeus.
late game, the Zeus Ancient Apparition combo, basically it puts people to a point where they're so close to shattering, you poke them with a twig and they're dead.
And we pretty much saw that with the Burrow Strike. I mean, double kill instantly.
And even these supports, I think, just die from the combo alone, or can if the Ancient Apparition ultimate's far enough away.
Yep. I'd love to see a refresher orb on Zeus now, and then it's just guaranteed kills, man.
Oh, don't make me big, Moonglade. Don't make me big.
Dude, I want to see this. I reckon it could even happen. The amount of kills Zeus
He's
has been
working
getting.
on it too. He has a perseverance.
Almost.
Unless he wanted to go for like a Lincoln Sphere.
That wouldn't be fun.
That wouldn't be fun.
I think they need to start having fun at this point. I mean, it's time.
It's time for some Dagons.
It's time for It's time for 5 Dagon. It's time for at least 1 5 Dagon.
Either 5 level 1 Dagons or level 5 Dagon. Either is fine.
Either. And what if it like dropped it in that well or something, just for like a sacrifice? I don't know. They could think of a lot of cute things.
Get outs. They're prepping to push the tier 3 at the top lane.
I want to see this this Ice Blast. He's setting it up.
There's
Here
the
it comes.
Magical Ice Blast. Out it comes. Who will it connect with? That's the question. Oh, it connects with that. Oh, dead. So dead. Out comes Sand King. He is A-okay as well. Very low on health. I thought he was going to die. And they're moving in onto the Centaur next. He's tanky, but not tanky enough. And just like that, Dagon-Five lost 4 members. All it takes is the initiation from the Ice Blast and Zeus, and Dagon-Five, they've already lost a member.
That was amazing. It's amazing how one-sided these fights have become. I mean, it's even Zeus like blinking in, like head first. Like it could go very wrong. I feel if the right people are there.
Nice CMP tornado combo.
Yeah.
They bring Sand King extremely low on health once again, but he's okay. Ice Blast will connect. And Invoker needs to be worried now.
Absolutely. I want to see Zeus.
Let's see how. Okay.
What's Zeus getting? That's the next question.
Yeah, it's got to be a refresher orb at this point.
Oh my goodness.
Weaver moving into a heart. A little bit of extra survivability on his end. Okay, check out the Drunken Brawler. The icon looks a little different. I think maybe it's more brightly colored. If the changes went through from the patch, and it'll like give you that next dodge or critical strike.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I guess because it changed color now.
Oh, that's really cool.
And you know what? Another thing I like about Get Out's Moonglade is after they got the barracks in the top lane, they backed out. They got out.
They're playing a very smart game, very safe game.
Indeed.
Going back to farming, maybe they want to finish it in style. I definitely want to see that refresher orb.
Oh man.
My goodness.
The deficit is really bad.
Wow.
30,000. Oh
That's
my.
insane. I mean, they can GG out if they want to. That is an option in this game.
It's not the Korean way, Moonglade. It's not the Korean way.
They don't do that in KDL.
They don't do that in the KDL.
They fight till the end.
They fight till the bitter end.
I respect that, but
and most of the time.
Most of the time, you know.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
There it is.
Now we're talking. I want to see like a 5-man like Ice Blast into like.
Look at this. I guarantee you, Get Outs. They're talking to each other, and they said, Zeus said to his team, "Wait a second, I have to get my refresher orb before we end this game. Don't go in there without me, you idiots."
Absolutely. It's like, hold up. Let me get some mana so I can do 2, and let's have some fun.
And he's like, okay, it's go time.
Zeus TPing bottom. They're all posturing up. They've pushed to the tower. Will they fight now or will they wait? I mean, Zeus doesn't have to be there to do his 2 ultis.
Doesn't have to, but it's not as fun that way. Okay, well, I guess the fight has started. Panda, the clap doesn't hit anybody. But out comes the multiple pandas. They already get the Vengeful Spirit. And Moonglade, or not you, Moonglade, but the Lucent Beam, the Eclipse, it's doing a good amount of damage. Sand King, once again, very low on health. He will end up falling, but now they've got the Centaur. Moving in onto Luna. They get her. Everybody's whipped on Dagon-Five. Good game is called. What a game 1.
What a game 1. What a stomping.
A lot of stomping from the Centaur.
But great play from Get Outs. You know, they look like a very promising team.
They do. I was a fan of just how disciplined they looked and how they had a game plan. They had a clear plan. They executed it extremely well, and they won the game.
Very solid teamwork, solid mechanics, and great decision making. I really enjoyed their team fights. I mean, like they were always on top of it. Even if it was they got initiated on, they knew how to deal with it. I mean, they seem like a really good team.
I would have